There's a lot of times that we think, if I just had a seat at the table, if I just had a seat at the table, I could actually make some impact, and I could drive change. But I want you to think a little bit differently, and this is what I talk about in the book, is we need to stop trying to get a seat at somebody else's table, and we need to build our own table as learning and development, and we need to invite others to sit with us so that they can see what it is that we're able to do. So I'll give you an example. All of us are talking about, or should be talking about, skills. Upskilling, reskilling, second skilling, AI skilling, technology skilling, whatever it is. There's other people in the organization that may be talking about it as well, but why can't we take control over that narrative and that conversation? And so you could consider creating a skills advisory committee or a skills advisory board, whatever vocabulary works for your organization, because that's an important distinction. You've got to think about your culture. But it is a reoccurring meeting that you are leading, and you're inviting maybe your C-suite, maybe your stakeholders, maybe some frontline workers to be a part of that conversation. You're inviting your external partners. We've got a great network here at CLO, so invite some other leaders from there. I sometimes invite competitors from other organizations to the table, and every 6 months we have a facilitated conversation. I drive the conversation, I orchestrate it, I curate it, but it's not my voice. It's not just me sitting there saying, hey, this is what we need to do. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm bringing to the table research, World Economic Forum, Burson, McKinsey, Deloitte, all of that is free. They break it down. McKinsey is probably my favorite. World Economic Forum would be second. But they break down every organization, every role, every skill, and what it's going to look like for the next 3 to 5 years. Bring that data with you in these conversations. If you're not already conducting qualitative research with your learners, or said another way, empathy research, or just having conversations, capture all of that data. That data and the voice of your learners and talent is so much stronger and more valuable than ours. Because I'm sure you can relate to this, but every time I say something to my stakeholder, they say, you don't know my business. You're not part of my business. Okay, well, let me bring in the voice of your business. Let me bring in the voice of your people. And so I bring the external research. I do the qualitative research internally. I distill down, synthesize some problem statements that I've learned from that research of what's out there in the industry, and we have facilitated discussions. And it starts to change the way that our stakeholders see us, because now they see me as a partner, as a strategic business partner that understands their business because I'm using their vocabulary and their language.